This is sort of a talk show in which we actually talk to celebrity scientists instead of celebrities, right? The people you see on TMZ and you read about the People magazine, because science is actually a very important and very creative endeavor. And wherever I go, I like to teach people about science. So I perform stand-up comedy all over the country. Sometimes they call it stand-up comedy. Sometimes they call it STEM educational outreach. Your job, figure out which is which. And I was performing last year for the 5th year in a row at the Sweetwater 420 Festival. How many people have been to the Sweetwater 420 Festival? Yeah, I can tell that side of the crowd. It kind of looks a little dicey that way. And of course, it's the 420 Festival. So it kind of refers to people that believe that cannabinoid receptors are kind of an interesting part of our biochemistry, and they doubted my veracity. I got up there as part of the Geekapalooza Comedy Tour. That is a tour made up of myself, my co-host Lou Lefton, and a bunch of students and alumni at Georgia Tech. It's the Geekapalooza Comedy Tour. We're out to prove that nerds can be funny and not just funny looking. And I got up there, I told a few jokes, and they doubted my credentials. Someone in the back screamed out, "Dude, you're a nerd. What do you really know about the 420 lifestyle?" I said, "I think I know a lot about the 420 lifestyle. I may be a nerd, but I am the only guy at the festival wearing the correct structure of tetrahydrocannabinol." Boom! Right? And if you think about it, it makes perfect sense, right? And people get upset when I tell drug jokes like that, right? We got some parents there looking forward to some awkward questions on the way home. But if you think about it, I'm not trying to say that illegal drugs are bad. I'm trying to say the exact opposite. I'm trying to say what your 3rd grade teacher taught you, that drugs are bad, right? And when I tell you, you can believe me. Because what did your 3rd grade teacher really know about drugs? Not that much. And if she knew a lot about drugs, she should not be teaching 3rd grade. I'm saying that today. And if you think about me, I spend my evenings in the green room of comedy clubs with people that are heavily medicated. And I have seen the trouble that that can bring, right? It's a very scary thing. And then I spend my days at Georgia Tech at faculty meetings with people that should be heavily medicated. Well, the college students usually offer that one. So I think I know a lot about it. Then they change their tune, right? They're looking at me with my structure of THC and they're thinking, "Dude, I'm going to get me some of that." You know, they don't. Actually, this is not the thing you want. Because if you understand the biochemistry of this thing, you realize this is the active receptor part, right? This is the thing that binds to the biological receptor that causes the effects that these cannabinoids and other things in marijuana actually do. This is the part that determines what they do. Ironically, the long-chain hydrocarbons over here make this what the National Institute of Health calls a harsh buzz. Right, so for those of you that have ever dabbled in the black arts, you've always maybe had this thing that made you really paranoid and freaked out. That's what this is, right? THC is actually a bad thing. The United States government has been making this in pill form for 60 years, and they give it to glaucoma patients, right? Very good at adjusting the interocular pressure in your eye, not very good at making you feel all that great. We didn't figure that out in the United States. That was a study actually done in the United Kingdom that made us realize that that was the case. So what gives you the mellow feeling if you're, say, out in Denver or another state where that's legal is the mixture of these guys, right? So here's what we know. This determines what they do. This is the thing that makes it happen. A couple interesting things about the biochemistry of this is that if you change this, you can make it relieve pain. There are people looking to see if this has anti-cancer and anti-tumor effects on this side. Then on this side, you're thinking, well, Pete, I have chronic pain, but I can't go to school, go to work every day stoned. That would be horrible. But if you take the ether oxygen right down here, break it open, add a little water to it, make 2 alcohols out of it, the diol. How many people have heard of the diol version of this thing? They consider it sort of the miracle drug. It's the thing that I think the band likes the other version of it. Ether in it. It's the thing that doesn't give you the crazy effects. It doesn't make you high, but you get some of the same effects from ether. And I think that's a really good thing. I think the United States government should actually be doing more research on this kind of thing to deal with people that have been taking painkillers for 30 years. And what you're thinking, who are these people that take painkillers for 30 years? The NIH calls them former NFL athletes. And they would like to manage some of their symptoms with derivatives of this sort of thing. That's why I think we have to be doing research on this. But the NFL won't let them. The NFL insists they use the painkillers we use now, which, by the way, are based on something much worse. Heroin. They're opioids. And after a while, an opioid will actually destroy your liver and kill you. And believe it or not, we actually did a longitudinal study on that to point out that derivatives of this drug won't actually do that. So it might be a good candidate for anti-tumor, analgesic, and anti-cancer type medication. The name of that study, perhaps you've heard of it, Willie Nelson. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I'm going to do a little experiment before I get off the stage. And the experiment is, and okay, I can't see you guys, so we can just look around here because I've got so many lights in my face. But the experiment is to test whether or not that hypothesis is true. So we're going to do science right here in the Science Today setting. And that is, so raise your hand if you know an old stoner, right? Right? I hang out with comedians. I know a lot of old stoners. And then you can raise your hand if you are the old stoner. That's okay. And if you are the old stoner, I'll sell you one of these shirts after the show. So that'll work out great for you. Now raise your hand if you know an old heroin addict. Bam! Science in action, ladies and gentlemen. There we see it, right? So the point is, as scared as we are of this particular drug, basing anti-pain, anti-cancer, and anti-tumor drugs on this sort of thing might actually be a good thing, as opposed to the heroin-based opioids that we do now. And that's all I want to say to you guys. So thank you very much, and we got a great show.